Lovely Arians, welcome to your March 2020 reading. Hope this reading finds you well. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for sharing and commenting on my channel. I really appreciate your support and I enjoy reading your comments as well. Just creating your spread here as I focus on your energy. This is, my lovely Arians, a general reading for you. It's a reading for Aries, Sun, Rising and Moon sign. Also listen to your rising sign. You've got two there, I'll give you those. Also listen to your rising sign and moon sign. Some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. So have a listen to that as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website and book a private reading from there. That's going to be specific to you. So let's see what March has in store for you. Now, before I start, I want to say to you, my lovely Arians, that don't be surprised that if in March things are not going to go exactly as you had planned. You've got these plans, you've got these ideas of what's going to happen and how it's going to unfold and what it's going to look like. Don't be surprised if that doesn't work out, if I just get a sense of plans that you lay may not take you in the direction that you think, may not work out the way you think they're going to work out. It's about being flexible. It's about going with the flow, accepting that change and losing that resistance, because it'll be interesting to see where it takes you on your journey. So when things are planned and they're really rigid, and that's what you want, you can be hitting your head up against a brick wall. The universe sometimes has different ideas and a different direction for you, different opportunities coming up. So when there's something that changes, just go with the flow. See where that takes you. See what unfolds for you. You may be very pleasantly surprised. That's what I want to say to you before we even start the reading. That's what's come through. My throat chakra is really tightening up. When that tightens up, it says to me, my lovely Arians, what is it that it needs to be vocalized? What needs to be said? What do you need to articulate or write or communicate to someone? Do it with a level head, do it with calmness, do it with balance. There's something here that needs to be aired, that needs to be said. You need to give voice to something that you've been, for some of you, maybe all of you, it has been sort of brewing away in there. Don't wait till it explodes. Get it out and say what you need to say. Clear the air in that sort of calm way. It's going to get you better results. You're going to get better results. There has been communication with you from distances, so whether you've been texting, emailing, phone calls, communication over distance. Also on an emotional level, for some of you, you've been going beneath the surface. So this for some of you has already happened. Some of you it's happening. For some of you it's yet to evolve. But it's like on an emotional level you're going beneath the surface. What do you have an emotional attachment to? What have you discovered about yourself? What connections have you made? That's really interesting in the past for some of you that's come up. That's also involved communication over the internet, emails, texts, phone calls, over distances as well. So there's been some change and some movement there for you. The first card that you've got in your spread, absolutely fabulous, is the Sun. This is to my mind, the most positive card in the deck. You think about when it's sunny, it affects people's moods, it affects people's perception, it affects what people feel like they can do when it's sunny. It puts everyone in a good mood. It's really enjoyment coming back into life. You really enjoy what you're doing, as opposed to when it's raining and it's drizzly and when it's grey for a huge number of days. It starts to impact on your moods. And so the Sun is about, you're going to come into March feeling absolutely a force to contend with, a feeling of optimism, a feeling of anything's possible, a feeling of wanting to put new plans in place. And anything that you want to start doing from March, absolutely get the ball rolling, get it started, because I feel like anything you want to start, anything you want to do, any changes you want to make, there's going to be positive outcomes. There's nothing standing between you and your goals and your dreams. So come March, there's that really strong sense of being unstoppable, of being really positive. There's no reading between the lines. So anything, any contracts you've got to sign, anything you've got to do, anything you want to purchase, absolutely fantastic time to do it, because there's nothing hidden. It's all very visible. It's out in the open. It's very clear, and it's crossed with the Chariot. And the Chariot is these two wild horses. The black one's the shadow self, the white one's the conscious self in you. And this battle between the two. So it's you wanting the white horse, you know what you want to bring into your reality. And your subconscious, you may have fears, you may have blocks, you may have things that are stopping you. I'm not good enough, I might fail. All this sort of chatter that we hear. And it's about you harnessing that shadow self, working with that, and releasing anything that's holding you back, and driving forward the Chariot, which is your life, which is your ideas, which is your journey. And because it's crossed with the sun, it's crossing the sun, so that's such a tremendously positive start. I feel like, well, that's it. There's your reading for March. Such a positive start to the month for you. But it's about you really harnessing whatever's holding you back, harnessing those doubts, harnessing those fears, harnessing that, well, this is the cycle that always happens, so what do you want to bring into your life? Is it a relationship? Is it a promotion? Is it a new business? Is it a new job, a new location? What is it for you? It's going to be different for all of you, but whatever that is, absolutely fabulous time to do it from the very get-go at the beginning of March. But you've got to harness that, the doubts, harness that energy, really focus on what it is you want to achieve, what are your aims, what are your goals, what are your dreams, and how are you going to be moving forward with that. Because there is a passage out of difficulty for you here. You're being offered a passage out of difficulty, a passage to a new start, a new place. So you're coming from a place of where you've learnt a lot about what you're wanting and how you're wanting your life to go and what you're wanting to achieve, and the issues and the lessons that you've learned, the things that you've overcome to get where you are, and you're moving to a better place. So in March, you're really going to be traveling to quite an amazing start here, which is going to lead you to your birth year. It's going to be a really significant month for you. For some of you, this denotes some sort of travel, or some sort of travel over water. So there's a vacation or traveling somewhere that you're going, then that's also something that you are desiring to do. And so this is in the place of the subconscious. So it's something that you desire. Maybe it's a goal that you have. Maybe it's a dream that you have. Maybe it's something that you're planning to do as well. But things are going to start easing up for you in March and really starting to be propelled forward. But it also depends on how you balance your shadow self with your conscious self. This is what I want to achieve. Don't allow yourself to self-sabotage or hold yourself back. Really aim for the stars, which, oh, well, this is interesting. Aim for the stars, I say, because, you've got the star card here. You've got some very powerful cards coming up for you, my lovely Aries. And the star is about, she's on this very still water. It looks like a mirror, and there's this reflection of her that she's seeing. This is about self-reflection. This is about stabilizing your emotions. This is about coming from a place of peace and harmony, and doing that self-reflection, which is what the chariot, not charity, this is what the charity speaks of, and it's about this self-reflection in you. So take some time to self-reflect, to identify what your path is going to be like, what your goals are, what you want to achieve, what you want to do. But it's also asking you to, because you see there's a new dawn coming as well. So this is a new stage, a new phase, a new time coming up for you. It's also about perspective. When you're up high, when you're a star, you're looking at things from a height. So it changes your perspective. So it's also about you changing your perspective on things that are around you, issues that are around you. It could be with someone, it could be with a group of people, it could be with what you do for work. It's about looking at things maybe in somebody's, step into somebody else's shoes, look at things in a different way as well. Changing your perspective can really bring a lot of change into your life. So with that change of perspective, you may view things differently, look at things differently, do things differently. And that may be this, the introduction that I gave you of what I got coming through for you. Expect the unexpected in March. And that may entail you changing your perspective on issues, on people, on whatever it is that comes up for you. Be flexible. Maintain your peace. And be flexible, change your perspective, because that's going to also, you're going to start feeling really strong about your convictions, really strong about where you're headed and what you want to achieve and how you're going to achieve it. There's this inner strength that's going to come from you. But this also speaks of, if there are if things aren't working out the way you had planned them to work out, it's about finding that inner strength, not giving up, but persevering, changing your perspective and maybe doing things a little bit differently to achieve what it is you want to achieve, to put in place what you want to put in place. I'm hearing Lady Luck is on your side in March. So dare to dream, dare to, all you need to do is set your goals. You set your goals and allow things to unfold rather than taking control of them. And that takes a certain amount of strength to be able to stand back and let things unfold for you, to see how they're unfolding, to see what's coming up ahead for you. But you're also going to be feeling very strong and very confident as well in March. So I like that. And here you've got the four of the six of coins. No, sorry, the four of coins. I've got to know my Roman numerals, really. The four of coins, the four of pentacles, and this is about you. There's a journey here for you. There's maybe this is that trip that some of you have been planning. There's a holiday, there's something coming up, and it's actually going to come to fruition. You're really planning this, visiting new lands, going across water. For some of you, it is opportunities coming to you from a distance, opportunities coming your way. So there's new opportunities coming that are going to be rewarding for you, abundant for you. And remember, abundance is financial gain as well as joy and happiness and health and love. It just depends on what it is for you, what abundance you want to bring to you. But there's opportunities that are going to come your way. It's like your ships come in with all these, gifts from foreign lands. It's opportunities are being brought to you that are going to be really rewarding for you. So it is going to be something that's really rewarding here for you, these opportunities that are going to come your way. And I feel like it's about being open enough to allow that to happen, to allow those things to come your way. You've got the Eight of Swords here, so what you're needing to be mindful of is that you don't set yourself your limits. If you're feeling stuck in March, if you're feeling like, I don't know what choices to make, I don't know what to do, this is really overwhelming, for some of you these changes are going to be quite big, they're going to be quite significant, but don't create your own walls. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling overwhelmed, understand that this is something that you are creating. You're creating this from your fears, from your shadow self, what's holding you back, and you can release those anytime you're ready to release them. You're binding yourself. Any issues that are coming up, any blocks that are coming up, any slowness in the development of what you want to do are things that are self-inflicted. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of your thought patterns, be mindful of your speech, be mindful of what you're saying, because that's going to be quite significant for you in that flow. It's about remaining calm, remaining tranquil, and just going with the flow of it. If something's not working, there's no point keep pounding away at it, making it work because that's what you want. That may not be the right thing for you, and it might create this feeling of being stuck. So be mindful of that. There's absolutely nothing to fear here in March. Sorry, there's nothing to fear here in March. This is the Six of Wands. There will be obstacles for you to overcome, and a lot of them are personal. This is personal growth for you in March, and so there's these things that you need to overcome, challenges that you need to overcome, changing the way you're thinking, changing the way you want to do things, changing the path that you think you're on, being flexible. It's about learning those things, and you do learn those things because there is success there and this peace that comes with that success. What have you learned as a person? How have you grown in the past? And certainly in March. March seems to be a culmination of the past, a culmination of everything you've been through, and you come out of it victorious. You come out of it having done well, really understanding the process for you to be able to move forward. Let's have a look here. You've got 2 cards for the last one, so let's have a look. You've got the Hermit, and the Hermit is about self-reflection. What path are you going to be on? Having that time to yourself, going for walks, withdrawing a little bit, really thinking about and processing without being influenced by other people, without being influenced with what other people think or what other people want, what other people expect. It's about really reflecting on the self. So, go for quiet walks, withdraw, whatever brings you peace. Wherever, if you meditate. Sometimes it's about sitting under a tree and just reflecting, enjoying the sunshine, whatever it is for you. But there's time out for you to shine the light on what you want and what direction you're moving in. So it really is a month of planning your direction, planning what changes you want to bring in, planning what and creating what you want to have come into your life. Makes sense now. The Hermit is about self-reflection because you've also got the 8 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups is about you're ready to walk away from something. You're ready to turn your back on a situation, a way of thinking, a way of living, thought patterns, behaviors, cycles. Whatever it is for you, that you're ready to walk away from something. For some of you, it's walking away from where you're working. It's enough is enough. It's time now to go out on your own or find another job, work for some other organisation. But you're doing this because you're ready to do this. You're ready to move ahead into your future and be more fulfilled and bring to you the goodness and joy and prosperity that you're seeking. Having the courage and making the choice to walk away develops strength of character. So it's a good time to do that, and that's going to also entail self-reflection. So, okay, you're walking away from this, you're creating space in your life for new things to come in. What new things do you want to have come in? What sort of life do you want? What sort of situation do you want to create? They're all thoughts for you too to be thinking about. I'm going to draw a card from the Angels of Abundance cards for you to see what your mantra and your affirmation is for the month of March, my lovely Aries. Well, you see how they jump out. I really love these cards. They're so telling. Pay yourself first. And that, in a nutshell, is what March is for you. Pay yourself first. Let's read that and see what it says. So, make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. And paying yourself forward, it's not just about saving financially, it's about saving your energy. Putting your energy into what you choose to put your energy into, but saving some of that for yourself, not just doing things for others all the time. Make sure you keep some back, a reserve for you, for your, because when we're tired, when you're tired, you can't plan, you can't think, you don't process, you find no time for yourself. It's about finding that time, which is what the hermit speaks of, finding that time for yourself to really work out what direction you're moving in, what you're wanting. So don't forget to self-nurture as well in March. That's going to be really important for you. So I wish you many, many blessings, my lovely Aries. I hope that this helps you with your journey through March. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can follow the link below and book a private reading from there, which is going to be personalized to you. It's going to be specific to you. So many, many blessings, my lovely Arians.